Welcome to the top 10 best fusible monsters in Summoner's War.
And if you don't know what fusion is, we don't have a guide for that.
Oh, we don't?
We don't. So Evan's going to tell you right now. It's a scientific process in which you gather different species of monsters and put them together to make a stronger monster, allegedly.
Think of it like chemistry, except instead of fluids,
ingredients,
you're taking living sentient beings and forcing them together.
That's kind of sad.
It
You're
is.
killing a bunch
Have you
of
seen It is funny because we talk about fusion a lot on the channel, but we don't have an explicit guide for it. So something to keep in mind, all of the ingredients that you use when fusing need to be 1-star level above their base and awakened in order to start the fusing process.
And max level. So pop those XP boosters. Don't stop believing. Okay.
When you're starting the journey to fusion, you have a few decisions to make. One of them being who to fuse in the first place. And that's what we hope to accomplish with this guide to help you focus in on the monsters that matter the most. So with that said, I'd like to introduce you to number 10, Beretta.
Just kidding. Sorry, dude. No one fuses you anymore. There's so many better options. Even Melayu is fusible now.
I just realized that
water homunculus.
That's the second Beretta joke we've made on the channel in a couple days. The real number 10 is Katarina the Wind Valkyrie.
She's a very good monster. 4 guild offenses on combos with monsters that give invincibility, like Kabezanuf and also Chloe.
Katarina was also the star of an early R5 team that was the precursor to BJ5.
And still can be used in some specific R5 teams if you have a Jameer.
9 is Harmonia, and I'm only now realizing that Harmonia is amazing on this list because Molong's amazing right now. Okay, so
exactly.
Yes.
And Harmonia is not only usable in RTA with or against Molong, but also in guild content as well.
Harmonia has a big heal that also damages an opponent on her 3rd skill and a cleanse and heal on her 2nd skill, so she's a great support monster, and usually if you rune her on 100% resistance, she can be very troublesome for your opponent.
And a little bit differently from Katarina, she's not only good on offenses, but she's also amazing. Oh my god, what's going on today?
It's the coffee, I'm telling you, it makes us slur our words.
And differently from Katarina, she's not only good on offenses, but she's also very used on defenses. And being 4 stars just makes it all the way better because you can use her on those specific 4-star and below defenses.
Something to note too, she's a very valuable skill up.
At number 8, Ling Ling. Okay, Ling Ling might not be used in a bunch of places in the game.
No.
But where she is incredible. And probably better than even Ergar. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, sorry about that, dude. Ling Ling had spent most of her life living in obscurity until a recent balance patch gave her the ability to block beneficial effects. So now she's actually super useful in Steel Fortress.
At number 7, a monster that can't be reset, well, only the 4th skill, and can't be silenced. Riley's here to stay.
Riley's a monster that is probably going to be moving further up the list as time goes on, but at the current time of recording, she's still pretty fresh in the game. Riley's doing great right now on RTA and arena defenses. She has a heal on every single skill, she gives attack buff, she has a single debuff cleanse, and she grants immunity on 1 skill too, so she's kind of a toolbox when it comes to being a support unit. Number 6 is Veramos, the Dark Ifrit.
A little bit more excitement.
Number 6 is Veramos, the Dark Ifrit.
Yeah, it would probably be way higher back in the day, but now we have a lot of other monsters that bring to the table what he does, and plus, no one had a friend in 2017.
And I would say there are a couple niche situations that would push him further up this fusion priority list. For instance, if you're finding that your dot team is failing more often than not, you can fuse him and use him as a leader to bring a 33% global HP lead to the team, and he has a dot on skill 1.
Yeah. He's not only a monster that is great for giants and dragons at the beginning of the game, but can also help you in TOA, and now he's even used in some niche places like Lamel, level 5, because he deals a lot of damage with skill 2.
Or, if you're trying to drop in RTA, you can force pick him against units like me.
In some situations, he's good. Gianna's, Jean's, but apart from that, Nefty sometimes.
Even in the best situations for him, it's a
sometimes.
So, we love Veramos here.
Guild War offense against John defenses, it's good.
And here we are talking about Number 5.
And number 5. Speaking of dots, the newly appointed princess of dots, because the queen, we all know, is Rika, even though she's never going to be on this list, probably, because she's not fusible and she's too good to be fusible.
At least not in 2021, the year of our Lord, 2021, on the 61-degree foggy morning.
Melayu applies dots on all her skills, has a really cool attack bar reduction, and can be used not only in the GB12 speed dot team, but also in TOA.
Number 4 is Jean the Light Paladin, who has gotten a lot of attention as of late on this channel because we recommend her in a lot of places relating to TOA.
She has an AoE control provoke for 2 turns and also can stun on skill 1 with a cleanse and invincibility on skill 2. So kind of a monster that does a lot of things, can be used in a bunch of places, and even some people use her in RTA as a control option. And number 3, a monster that hits extremely hard, Belgier.
The Fire Lightning Emperor has been used to found a new team for beating R5 in a record of 27 seconds on average, the BJ5 team. He can also be used in the Wind Rift Beast for incredible damage.
And now that you can R5 by yourself, the value of Belgier has only increased. He's also an interesting monster for some niche guild offenses because his leader skill is really powerful.
He also has some small uses in the Dimension Predator to knock out the mid-boss. You thought it'd be number 1, but it ain't. It's the bird. The bird, the myth, the legend.
Caca! Sigmaris! Roll the clip, Michael.
Sigmaris. It's not a band. It's a bird.
Hits like a truck. AoE freeze.
Scaling damage on the enemy max HP.
HP leader skill.
Can be used in TOA, Giants B12,
DB12,
NB12, or NB10 if you're Seppi rather.
And many other places. It's really hard to tell you not to fuse this monster early in the game because it's going to help you so much and make the game much easier.
But the reason why it's not number 1 is because Verd exists.
And number 1 is surprise, Vertihill. You use him everywhere, straight up everywhere, even on speed teams, Trickaroo, you use him in TOA, you use him in RTA, you even use him in guild offenses with our Raok and Agaro.
He has a very diverse rune build assortment. You can rune him on Triple Revenge, you can rune him on Vio Nem like I have him right now, you can rune him on Swift like Seppi, sorry I don't mean to out you.
Yeah, don't tell that to people, and you will use him from your first month in Summoner's War to all the way eternally. I still use it.
Forever,
you use it?
I do.
You probably use it in the comments below.
Alright, I'm gonna make sure that the audio didn't corrupt. Later, guys.